right amount and paper legit, but wrong box. What happens? Penalties. This is a long story short of millions of tax audits in Italy. When people guess, it's not a big deal, it's not a big mistake. In Italy, there are several dozens of taxpayers who have to, and generally they do, file their taxes every year. And they choose from 730, Modello 730, usually for employees and people retired from work, or the Modello Redditi, the one used by business owners, professionals, and expats in general. We are in 2024, so it's not possible for the authorities to cross-check your data manually. It would take hundreds of years for each tax return. And so the best solution they got is to allow the artificial intelligence to gather all the information from individuals and other data centers, such as common reporting standards, employers, and so on, and use this algorithm to dig in until they find a mistake, a mismatch. So let's say if you have a legit credit for home improvements or coming from medical expenses, but for whatever reason you put that number in the wrong box, more likely you'll get a noted. And very often this letter shows a tax bill with fines, penalties, and you have, let's say, between 30 to 90 days to drop a reply if you find a hole in the process. And rarely that happens, by the way, if it's your fault. The problem with such a cross-check is they don't care about the numbers per se. What they do is just being able to match data and boxes perfectly. For example, if you use a tax credit to pay a debit, but you forgot to recap that information in the following tax return, the Agenzia is entitled to drop a message and ask for more details or money if you want. Many times, expats and average taxpayers don't have enough experience to manage an audit. So even if they are right and they were right, they don't know how to fight the case and they pay. Being right is not enough if you cannot prove it. This is lesson number 1 here. And making a mistake, I shouldn't say that, but it's a normal thing for you, for me, even if I consider myself a professional with experience. It's something that happens no matter how good you are. The real skills are shown when it's up to you to fix that. You know how many boxes we have in Italy for deductions, tax rate in general? More than 100. And for each one of them, there are maximum allowed caps, percentages, and exemptions. What really our clients hate about working with us is when we ask them to provide something, let's say everything, regarding their expenses, their sources of income and assets, all the documentary evidence. I know it may take hours for them to take pictures and soft copies of all your stuff, but there must be a reason why. We do not trust clients enough to let them make a mistake that will cost them money. One of the cons of the Italian legal system, the civil code, is that the details can flip similar cases depending on the details provided. And this happens for criminal cases and for tax cases. Copy and paste is not a good idea. Asking a friend is not a good idea. And guessing is not a good idea. You are responsible for the tax return filing in Italy as you are in other countries. So before paying a professional to take care of your taxes, ask questions until you know exactly where the numbers are coming from.